passed away recently. He is a retired custodian. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, liberty and justice for all.
That's a new one.
It's on delay.
Thank you. Sorry? Some sort of feedback or something. Yes. Okay, we're going to move around the schedule a little bit, and we're going to have public comments. I believe it's Ms. Conti is going to speak in public comments, but we're moving it around. It was originally just for agenda items, but we're going to make it for the public, with the exception for Ms. Conti.
You'll have to unlock your phone first, then try again.
Okay. Right, student-only exception. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to listen to public comments. Although the state law does not require us to hold public comment period, we have chosen to do so because we believe it is crucial for all of us to hear from our community members about their concerns and issues. The board is here to listen. The public comment period is not designed to be a debate or dialogue. Please do not expect the board to respond to your concerns and questions tonight. We take your concerns and questions seriously and want to have significant time to process and research issues if need be. Any questions from the public should be submitted through the use of public comment form, which may be obtained online or at the desk with the district clerk. We will have a proper staff member get back to you as soon as possible, as appropriate. I also want to point out that under state and federal privacy laws, we are unable to address any comments or questions about specific students, school personnel. We would ask that you go through the appropriate administrative channels. A total of 30 minutes at the beginning of each board meeting is set aside to allow for public comments on agenda items. We're just moving this so Ms. Conti can make a statement. Public comments at the beginning of the meeting is limited only to its item on the agenda. Persons who wish to participate in public comment portion of this meeting are asked to provide their name and specific agenda items about which they wish to speak. A sign-in sheet is located on the desk by the district clerk. Individual comments on agenda items is limited to 3 minutes and are welcome. If you wish to address items related to our school district that are not on tonight's agenda, another comment period is provided at the end of the meeting for that purpose. A second sign-in sheet is available for non-agenda items. In the intent of civility and respect for different points of views, clapping, booing, or any disturbance during either public comment period is not permitted. At this time, comments related to agenda items are now open.
With Anthony Conti,
Okay.
because it's a student, she forgot to list her agenda items, so you have to ask her the agenda item.
Anthony Conti.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh. Okay. Good evening, all. Good evening, all. My name is Anthony Conti. I'm a student at John Jay. I wanted to take the time to come acknowledge all of you and all the amazing people in the school district that have impacted not just my education, but my entire life in so many different ways. For so many various reasons, I have this card for all of you and tokens for all my appreciation for each of you, for your dedication to me and every other student, Dr. Bunk, as well as all the people named in my card, are a gift to the students and the district. Thank you again.
Nicely done.
Corinne Masando. On what agenda item?
On the budget.
Thank you.
I just wanted to commend the Board of Ed and the superintendent on all the legwork that they put into proposing the budget, and just wanted to reach out to the public and let them know that it's really in our hands to pass it, and hopefully we will be in support of that and it will go through. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to 3.02 Superintendent Spotlight on Program DC BOCES April Student of Distinction.
Thank you, President McFarland, members of the Board of Education, members of the Wappinger Central School District learning community. We are very, very proud to honor one of our students who goes to Dutchess County BOCES, who is an absolutely phenomenal partner. We want to thank them for the work that they do, and we want to congratulate the student of distinction. So at this point, I would ask a representative from Dutchess County BOCES to please enter the stage. The microphone by the podium. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Melissa Murphy. I'm the principal at Dutchess BOCES Salt Point Center, and I'm joined today by Denise Jakowski, our Executive Director of Special and Alternative Programs, Courtney Fiss-Morris, Special Education Teacher, Elise Morse, Astor Clinician, Shaquina McFadden, Teaching Assistant, and Eduardo Tapia Roman, who probably wants to be a wallflower right now, and his family. It is our great honor to recognize a truly exceptional young man as our Dutchess BOCES Student of Distinction, Eduardo Tapia Roman. Over the past 2 years, we have had the privilege of watching Eduardo grow, not just academically, but as a person of character, leadership, and heart. He has worked incredibly hard to raise to grade level in all of his academics, but his achievements go far beyond test scores and classroom performance. Eduardo has matured in ways that inspire those around him. He's become a role model to younger students and a mentor to those who struggle with emotional regulation. One powerful example of this is the time he willingly gives to play Uno with a younger student who's learning how to manage frustration. Eduardo shares his own story, where he's been, where he's headed, and gives this student something invaluable: hope. That student now looks forward to their time together and is motivated to earn it. Eduardo asks for nothing in return. That's just who he is. He helps younger students get back to class or on their bus, always with kindness and calm. He's a loyal friend, a generous peer, and a quiet leader in the classroom. He holds himself to a higher standard than ever before, and it shows in the quality of his work, his attitude, the way he lights up the room with a well-timed joke or a thoughtful gesture. Staff from all corners of the building stop by just to say hello to Eduardo. They see the change in him. We all do, and we're all so proud. Eduardo, you'll be missed, but we're excited to follow your journey ahead because there's no doubt you're going to do wonderful things. Congratulations, Eduardo. You've earned every bit of this recognition as the Duchess Boese Student of Distinction, and Wappingers, you're lucky to have him back as a 9th grader next year.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We've got another certificate for you, Eduardo.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Very
so
proud
much.
of you.
Thank you so much.
Please speak.
Thank you. Thank you everybody for coming. My family, my cousins, my dad. I appreciate everybody. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. We're very
Thank you so
proud
much.
of you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to our friend at DC BOCES, and thank you, Eduardo. Congratulations. Very proud of you. And now it is my pleasure to recognize an individual who I have gotten to know over the past few years, who is just a phenomenal individual. If you look at him now, he's probably got a big smile on his face, because I don't think I've ever seen Matthew without a smile on his face, because that's who Matthew is. Matthew has excelled in his time here at John Jay High School, and he continues to serve in many leadership roles and be an active participant in the life of John Jay High School. Matthew is truly a leader. That's not only seen by the individuals in the John Jay FFA, that is seen by our Board of Education, our administration, our families, our students, and our teachers. And now I can say that his peers in FFA, New York State FFA, in which there are, let me see if I get this right, Mrs. McFarland, 225 chapters. You think so? I think so too. I think I heard that at the convention. I was very proud to see Matthew installed as a New York State Sentinel of the New York Association of FFA on their executive board. And I believe there are 3 Sentinels, 1 vice president, and 1 president. Am I correct, Matthew? Did you hear what he said? So there is 1 president, 1 vice president. Help me out here, please. 1 secretary, treasurer, and 1 sentinel, and a reporter. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for our New York State FFA Sentinel, Matthew Mulligan. Come on up, Matthew. You see the smile? I don't even have to look at him. I know he's smiling. So I've asked him to say a few words. And as the true leader that Matthew is, President McFarland, is it okay if I give him the floor at this point?
Definitely, yes, please.
It's all you, Matthew.
Well, hello, everyone. That was a great introduction. My name is Matthew. I just want to start by saying thank you to everyone on the Board of Ed, Dr. Bonk, my advisors, my family.
Give them a round of applause, please.
Without pretty much everyone's support who's around me, I wouldn't be able to be what I am today. So I just want to thank everyone around me. So thank you.
Where's the camera?
Congratulations, Matthew.
Congratulations, Matthew. Can we get? Actually, let's do this. Can you stand up? Move over to the side so we can get the board who wants to. Can you stand up? Stand up. President McFarland, why don't you, if we can get everybody, you're there, you're good, you're there, we get everybody there. We gotta make sure we get everybody in here. It's a total team effort. And I need to thank the Board of Education because they are the ones who support and have approved this program. I'll try to be quiet. That's not gonna happen. My pleasure. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.
Matt, are you busy Memorial Day weekend? I need a little gardening.
So again, congratulations to Matthew. So tonight is a night of celebration. We're celebrating opportunities for our students, something that we need to continue to provide them. It's important what we do in the classroom, but it's also important as to what we do outside of the classroom to prepare today's students for tomorrow's opportunities. I have been very fortunate to be part of Rotary. And this evening we have the president, Mr. Bowen, here from the Rotary Club of Wappingers Falls, who is going to talk about Rotary, the integral role that it plays in recognizing and supporting our students. He's going to talk a little bit about Interact, which is a phenomenal program, and I see our advisor, Mr. Remick. So at this point, Mr. Bowen, come on up. Round of applause, please, for Todd Bowen.
I'll try. I'll try.
Oh, quicker. I'm sorry. All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Todd Bowen. I am the club president of the Rotary Club of Wappingers Falls for the past 2 years. I'm currently ending my second term at the end of next month, but that is not stopping me as I was just nominated for our Rotary District 7210 District Governor position for the year of 2027-2028. So that consists of 58 Rotary clubs in the Hudson Valley from the Carroll-Albany region, both sides of the Hudson River down to Rockland County. I graduated from Ketchum in 2019, and within my 4 years of high school, I was in the Interact Club, which 2 of those years I was the Interact Club president, which you're going to be able to hear tonight from the current Interact Club president and their advisors. This time, I'd like to thank the Board of Education and Dr. Bond for giving me this opportunity to talk about Rotary and Interact and for all the things you do for Wappinger Central School District. So if you don't know what Rotary is, it's an international organization. So we're all over the world promoting goodwill, peace, and understanding in the world. And we're a non-political and non-religious organization. So our vision is simply together, people create change. And that is what the Rotary Club of Wappingers Falls is made out of, for-profit businesses, nonprofits, retirees, going from financial advisors to even funeral home directors. So we are a big range of careers and age ranges of 23 to 80 something, I think, at this point. The Rotary Club is 53 years old. We were established October 12, 1971. The original club had 22 members, and we currently have 35. So during our regular lunch meetings, when we don't have some of our special activities, we have guest speakers. So it's just examples of some of the organizations that we've had at our meetings. Now let's talk about some of our events. So one of our key events is Touch a Truck that's been held at Ketchum High School the past 2 years. A lot of our fundraising, you get to see what activities and programs it goes to, but this is just listing some of the events and fundraisers we do. We do a comedy show. I think everyone should recognize that middle guy in there. With all the events and fundraisers we do, not only we do stuff for the youth in Wappinger Central School District, but we also do things for the community. So we donate to local organizations or programs as well. And this is our big thing that we do in Rotary that we're all really proud of. We hand out scholarships to Ketchum seniors or those who live in the Ketchum area each year. So last year we handed out $11,500 worth of scholarships, and this year we are handing out about, I believe, $8,500 this year, which is actually going to be awarded this Thursday at our scholarship night. This is another community project we're involved in, Spook Hill Park, where we adopt a highway by Gold Station on, I think it's a Sicko now actually, on Route 9 and where Odyssey Diner used to be. So we participate in the Earth Day cleanups. We host blood drives, and we actually have one coming up this month. We host a back to school supply drive. So we used to do it a long time ago, but when I first became Rotary president, I brought it back. So we've been doing it for the past 2 years. This past year, we were able to donate to 3 elementary schools. So we focus on Chief Evans and Myers Corners Elementary Schools. We were also able to donate school supplies to Fairground for their school distribution event that they had for Wappinger Central School District in general. And we were able to support Project Backpack, which is a student-run organization, non-school related, but out of John Jay High School. Student of the Month is another big thing we raise funds for. So once a month for 9 months within the school year, we recognize 5 individuals in the school district community, one from Ketchum, Wap Jr., Evans, Myers, and Chief. We also have our Rotary Youth Leadership Awards Program, which is also known as RILA. It's a 5-day conference for sophomores in high school only. It's held at Mount St. Mary College in Newburgh, where they get to learn leadership skills. They get the college experience a little bit, and it's completely free to them as we sponsor usually about, on average, 5 students a year. This year, we are sending 4 Ketchum sophomores. We participate in Meals on Wheels every Thursday. We always have 2 Rotarians deliver Meals on Wheels in the community. And then we have our Interact Club, which at this time I'd like to call up our Interact co-presidents, Taylor and Maria, along with their Interact Club advisor, Mr. Ron Remick, to talk about Interact for a minute. This picture was just from an event that they had, I think a week ago at Ketchum. It's their biggest fundraiser to do the year, called Taste of Interact.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maria. I'm one of the co-presidents of Interact for this year. And today I'm going to be talking about why I decided to join Interact and why I decided to run for co-president. I've been part of Interact Club for about 2 years now, and I really enjoyed going to all the different events and meetings. And it really brought me a sense of community there because I got to meet a lot of different people. And it's really allowed me to improve my leadership skills as well. We've had a lot of challenges this year, but if anything, this experience has taught me to be resilient, to persevere, and it really makes me happy seeing that all of our hard work really benefits the community. As Todd mentioned, we've had many different events this year. We've had many different events at the elementary schools. We also had our annual Taste of Interact where we raised a lot of money, and we're going to be donating for a charity this week at our meeting. We'll be voting on that. But all in all, I really enjoyed being a part of Interact, and it's really helped me build my confidence. And I've just enjoyed being surrounded by people who share a similar goal like me. So thank you.
Hello, everyone. I am the other co-president of the RCK Interact Club. My name is Taylor, and I have been in Interact for 3 years now. I joined in sophomore year. I've always had a passion for community service, so Interact was the perfect club for me. I've loved participating in all of our 28 events this year in Interact, and I'm so proud of all of our members. And I want to say thank you to Todd and Mr. Remick, our advisors, for guiding me and Maria through the club this year. I also feel that Interact has helped me become a more innovative person, whether that was creating different activities for our meetings every Thursday and expressing my creativity. It's very rewarding to see our members interact and push themselves out of their comfort zones and participate in our various service projects. In conclusion, Interact has helped me grow as a leader and have more confidence and push myself out of my comfort zone.
Well, unfortunately, these two great presidents just said everything that I was going to say, so there's really not much left to say. But these two have been great this year as presidents. We do have 132 members, one of the largest clubs in the high school. It's been great working with Todd as well. As Taylor mentioned, we did 28 different events, including Taste of Interact. We're going to decide who we're donating to this week. So a big thank you to Dr. Bonk and the Board of Education for allowing us to help the community as much as we do. So thank you.
So going back to Rotary, some of our other programs we do Adopt a Family. This past year, we adopted 12 families, and that is a part of Evans Chief and Myers Corners again. And we also give gifts to them each year as well, along with food. Then we have our dictionary program. This past year, we handed out 300 new dictionaries. This coming year, we are changing that program a little bit. We are doing dictionaries again, but we are also getting them into literacy by providing Rotary picture books. We also do some walks. In the past, we've participated in the Walk Down Alzheimer's and then the Suicide Prevention Walk we recently participated in last fall. We do tree decorating contests to benefit Habitat for Humanity of Dutchess County to help support their organization. We do Christmas caroling for seniors in our community each holiday season. We host food drives and coat drives, usually coat drives we do once a year, food drives we do about twice a year, and then also donate funds next month, like we usually do. We just formed a veteran advisory committee within the club this past January after I spearheaded a Adopt a Veteran project where we purchased 20 sweatshirts and sweatpants for veterans at Liberty Station, Poughkeepsie. And we also recently done a food drive to support MHA One Stop in Pleasant Valley. So that's all I really have. Again, I would like to thank the Wapanger Central School District, and especially Dr. Bonk, Mr. Lumia for his past service to Rotary, Mike McFarland, and Eddie Schlushauer for everything you guys do for our Rotary Club. Thank you.
So while we're on the spotlight, I'd like to bring up Mary Jane McFarland and Jenna Lawrence. She's the first place winner for Dairy Breed Awards and a couple other things. So if Mary Jane could come up, please, and bring up Jenna and all of your team, all the team that participated. Thank you. Hang on, you got to push that button.
Thank you, thank you. Hi, everyone. MJ McFarland from the John Jay FFA, and we have Miss S and Mr. Hancock as well. They are our co-advisors. And Jenna Lawrence right here is our chapter's historian, and she traveled to the New York State FFA convention with us as well. And she placed big. So she took first place in the dairy breed category for Guernseys and won, huge. And she also placed third in our digital scrapbook competition for the state convention. So Jenna Lawrence.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank my advisors and my mother, who's sitting out in the truck right now. She really pushed me to enter those competitions. And I'd like to thank the Board of Education because they make FFA happen. So.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you.
President McFarland and Dr. Bonk, if I could, I think everybody up here with the great success it's had in our district is well aware of the fact that FFA stands for Future Farmers of America, but I don't think we've taken that acronym out for people that aren't familiar with that. So I just wanted people to be aware that, you know, in addition to all the other opportunities that we've talked about tonight, traditional farming is something that the Wappinger Central School District supports for our students, and that's what FFA is. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Morgan.
Mike.
Trustee Lumia.
I'd like to thank Rotary for all they do for our district. Todd, you do an excellent job. You're the best. Mr. Remick, thank you for advising the students and for actually recognizing all our students. Every week they recognize our students, so thank you for what you do.
Yeah. Mr. Eddie Sloshower.
So as Todd had mentioned, they do a Student of the Month every month with awards from the schools. So I just like to share the April Student of the Months with everybody. Please bear with me. From Roy C. Ketchum High School, we had Nathaniel Home. From Wappingers Junior High, we had Julia Yamamoto. From Myers Corners Elementary, we had Sanuki Disayaki. From James Evans, we had John Kostenko. And from Sheaf Road, we had Brianna Torres. So those are the April Students of the Month for Rotary Club. So let's just give them a quick round of applause.
Thank you, Eddie. I asked Eddie to read those because no way I was pronouncing those names. Okay, moving right along to public comments on agenda items. There are no public comments on agenda items. Thank you. Now 4.02, communications or announcements received by the Board of Education. So I would like to, if you don't mind, start this off. I had the great opportunity to go to the RCK Street Fair and Car Show. So when I pulled into the driveway, one of the young gentlemen asked me if I wanted to put my car into the show. I thought I had a nice car, so I did put it in the show. It was a great event, a lot of people, a lot of activity, but I didn't win. So I'm really sad about that. I didn't win. But it was a great event, nice day, but had by all, I'm sure. So that's all I have for myself. I appreciate it. Anybody else? I'm sorry, Trustee Miggets.
Yes. Spring sports are going to be winding up soon and going into postseason play. And I want to say Trustee Johnson and I today were watching what, according to Max Prep, are the #1 and #2 baseball teams in New York State face off at John Jay High School. When we left, John Jay was leading 3-0. And for anyone who wants to see really, really quality baseball, the two teams will be facing each other again tomorrow at 4:30 at Royce Ketchum High School. And we invite all of you to come join us.
Thank you, Trustee Miggott. Trustee Johnson.
Yes, I would like to comment about the fair, or not, it wasn't the fair, it was flea market and car show. And the car show was sponsored by the Ketchum Racing Team. I do believe that John Jay Racing Team also came out to help support them and set up in the morning. That particular program, Winner's Circle, is one of my favorites, and I am so looking forward. We have Lime Rock Racing coming up very shortly, and I know Trustee Miggott and myself will be hobbling along to go to see that as well. You can't keep us away from that. Also, this week at Ketchum, Leslie is coming. She does a beautiful presentation. I believe Wednesday night is for the adults. So go to the Royce Ketchum website to see about her. She is, if you don't know who she is, she's Abby Kadabi, the voice of Abby Kadabi from Sesame Street. And she has an amazing mental health program that she does. And if you haven't seen it, you need to see it. It's absolutely amazing. And we have a few more other things coming up down the road with state playoffs. I'm sure one of my teams is bringing me there.
The other thing I forgot to mention is I did attend the senior prom at RCK. I attended it last year, and it was fairly nice size amount of people that showed up. This year, I think it doubled in size. So I stress that next year we reach out more to the community, try to get some more participation. But it was an excellent event put on by RCK. I want to thank all the students that helped clean up. So they actually brought the athletic students in to help set up and clean up this event. It was a great event. So I want to thank all the staff members that gave up their Sunday to allow this to happen. Thank you, Dave Sipe. No, I didn't win King of the Prom, no. Trustee Cavallaro.
Trustee Slochar, that was a totally legit question. To kind of espouse a little more on what Trustee Johnson was talking about, this Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m., there's going to be the Navigating Life Creatively here with RCK Community Family Circle, Leslie Carrera Rudolph. Folks are looking for a little more information. There is a public posting, but just to kind of read the excerpt and give it its real justice. Leslie knows the essential role the arts play in finding your voice and shining a light even in the darkest of places. Come discover with Leslie and her friends ways to navigate life creatively, developing uplifting, entertaining, and interactive methods to deepen connections and heal. Whether you're a child, adult, a professional, a novice, humor with a heart, there's something special just for everyone. Once again, this is open to the public, 6 to 8 p.m. right here at RCK. On another point, this past last week on May 8th marked the 80th anniversary of Victory in Europe Day, the Germans' unconditional surrender to Allied forces. This is a very monumental event in world history, considering at least that part of the conflict ended the deadliest war we've known in human history, at least for that portion of it in Europe. Obviously, the Pacific still remains. This kind of dovetails into something we did here in Wappinger schools a couple months back with the POW MIA flags. Because let's fast forward to the 24th of this month, which is a Saturday. Sergeant Eugene Darrigan, the first killed in action to come out of Wappingers, his remains are finally being brought home to St. Mary's Cemetery after 80-plus years. It is tremendous. So I just want to thank again the support and everything of both the board, the superintendent, and the district at large, the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Cavallari. Trustee Kellum.
Yes. I had attended the reception for the new superintendent of BOCES and learned about their programs, which of course our board president here is a member of the BOCES board, so he could elucidate on it even more. But they have expanded in the last couple of years, doubled their student body, and have more applicants than they can take. So they're doing a wonderful job. Because of that, I missed the National Honor Society at Ketchum, because there are so many students being honored in our district for the fine work they do that often schools have to double up. And so also the social studies honors here at Ketchum conflicted with the Italian Honor Society at John Jay. Really wonderful things that the students are doing. And the English as a new language family night at RCK was the biggest they've ever had. Really wonderful. And again, the staff and students do so much to put on these events.
Thank you, Trustee Kellum. Trustee Lumia.
I'd just like to, one more thing on the senior prom. I'd like to thank the sponsors.
The
provided
senior
food out the Outback,
prom.
Outback Restaurant, as well as the Olive Garden, and all the other businesses that provided items necessary for the event. At this time, I'd like to congratulate all the RCK students who were inducted into the Math Honor Society. I want to thank Mrs. Siebert for being the advisor since its inception and wish her well in her retirement. I also want to congratulate John Jay students who were inducted in the Italian Honor Society. I want to thank Ms. Fusco for being the advisor since its inception and wish her well in her retirement. I also want to thank Joe Zingone and the Paznisi family for awarding scholarships to the two students. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Lumia. Trustee Morgan.
One of the new new group of student athletes that we have at the current time is the Wappingers Titans flag football team. Those young ladies have had a very successful inaugural season. They have one regular season game left. They are preparing for sectionals, and they had their senior day this past week. So congratulations to those trailblazers, and a special thank you to the coaches, Mr. Phelan, who's on faculty at John Jay, and Mr. Mahan, who's on faculty at Royce Ketchum. It's great to see new things take hold and be successful from the get-go.
Thank you, Trustee Morgan. Dr. Bonk, would you like to participate? Thank you.
I would, thank you. I need to recognize John Jay history teacher Zach Utter. Zach won the Excellence in Teaching Award from the Mid-Hudson School Studies Council last week. He is to be commended for the job that he does. We're very, very proud of him. Could we have a round of applause for Mr. Utter, please? Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent Bonk. No other comments? Okay, moving right along to 4.03 committee reports, and we'll start with the Capital Improvement Committee, and the chairperson is Mr. Sloshower.
Thank you, President McFarland. In attendance at our May 7th, 2025 meeting was Trustee Johnson, Trustee Capillari, as well as Board President McFarland. So just a quick update, please bear with me. So as we finish off our capital improvement project from 2023, we have some minor items that hopefully we will have completed this summer. The following are the replacement of kitchen hoods at James Evans, Kinry Road, Oak Grove, Sheaf Road, and here at Wappingers Junior High, depending on how our vote may go this coming May. We will begin testing our new HVAC system at Fishkill Plains as we prepare for summer school. Some additional work that's being done here at Wappingers Junior High. We have the renovations of our main bus garage. I can happily report that renovations are on schedule. We did need some additional masonry work, but that is not holding us back. There is also some work being done at both of our high schools. Our art and ceramic classrooms at John Jay and RCK will be done this summer. We will also here at Wappingers Junior High, our home and career classroom, the main lobby, bathroom renovations at RCK High School, Van Wyck Junior High. The renovations include the possibly into the cafeteria, classrooms, and ceiling replacements. Also, this past spring break, we had some of the auditorium floor redone. We were going to have some electrical upgrades done at Fishkill Elementary School, and at Sheaf Road, we have some unit ventilators being replaced in the gymnasium and the cafetorium air handlers. At Vassar Road, we have some electrical upgrades and some new outside air units for the interior rooms. Just to remind everybody, the Phase 1, Phase 2 is a project from the approved referendum in 2023. If everyone recalls, these projects were supposed to be done last summer, but due to delays at SCD, we were unable to complete the work last summer, and it was pushed off to this summer. So these particular projects do not have anything to do with the upcoming referendum that's on the ballot for May 20th. This is work that's already been approved by the taxpayers, and we were unable to complete it last summer due to SCD. We'll be finishing it this summer. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Sloshower. Now we move along to the District-wide Safety, and the chairperson is Mr. Lokima. Thank you, Mr. Lokima.
Well, thank you, President McFarland. Yep, on April 10th, we had our district-wide safety meeting, and in attendance from the board was Virgil Capilleri, Mr. Lumia, Mrs. Kelland, and as well as you as well, Mr. McFarland. We spoke about the draft 2025-26 safety plan, asked for any suggestions for revisions. There were none. We'll be moving that ahead to public comment over the summer. We talked about a previous committee's meeting where we did a survey, and we talked about the survey results for suggestions for technology enhancements or other enhancements related to district-wide safety and school building safety. And I also brought up the fact that we do have a little bit of extra money from the Smart Schools Bond Act, which has been kicking around for a while. Have about $300,000 left. One of the few things we can use that money on is considered high-tech security upgrades for schools. That doesn't count like a perimeter fence. That's not considered high-tech, but anything that is computer-based or, things like cameras and access controls and such. So I put out another request for suggestions on how the committee felt it might be best to spend some of that money. And I'm just sort of waiting for feedback from that process, and we'll share with the committee as well as with the board when I have something. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Lokima. Code of conduct? Yep, sorry about that.
I apologize. So code of conduct, yes, we met as well. I think it was the same week. And we reviewed the 2025-26 code, as well as it was our second or third meeting involving the draft revisions. So it already had the committee input. So this is a final draft review. It was approved by the committee, and it was pushed over to the board as well as sort of a preview. I've received some feedback from the board as well. It's going to go into a public hearing phase for 30 days in June, and I'll incorporate any suggestions and make recommendations based on what comes back from the public from there, as well as what the board already provided for suggestions for things they want to see added.
Thank you, Mr. Lokima. And we'll go to curriculum, Dr. Caldwell.
Good evening.
The curriculum committee met on March 26th. Members from the board that are on the curriculum committee include President McFarland, Cheryl Miggets, Peggy Callan, and John Lumia. The presentation for March 26th was done by Director Adam Panzer, in charge of math and science at the secondary level, and also teachers that represented the secondary program. Discussed was Algebra 1, the new Regents exam last year, instructional resources, best practices in instruction, and assessments. We also reviewed the 2 pilot programs that were in place this year, and discussed that we will continue to look for instructional resources that best meet the needs of our students.
Thank you, Dr. Cohen. Dutchess County School Board Association, and the representative is Peggy Kellen.
The May Dutchess County School Boards Association discussed the student board members, which are going to be required next year, and also the orientation that each district does for their new board members, adult as well as students. And we got compliments for what Wappingers does, because we do a very thorough job of orientation. Both the district clerk and the board president and the superintendent and all the senior administrative staff spend hours going over the necessary things. And we also have a guide on the website that any of you can access about frequently asked questions that Ms. Pedro and I developed, and so the other districts said, oh, they were going to look into seeing what we did. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, if you can talk about New York State School Board Association's report.
Yep. NISBA provided a live virtual policy summary and webinar, which I attended, and it was very valuable. They discussed 3 of the major changes this year in state law: the smartphone ban from bell to bell that will take place in effect in September, the student board members, and the heat mitigation plans. The smartphone ban, I had taken previous classes on that, but they raised the point that the final law only forbids internet-connected devices. So the districts will have to make their own decision about phones that will text but are not access the internet. The student board members, apparently 1/3 of the districts in the state already have them, and we discussed that in policy committee, but some new ideas came up that we'll have to revisit it. Once we have a program going, we can evaluate and see if we want to make any changes. And finally, the new requirements for mitigating students' exposure to extreme heat was very interesting, because the NISBA provided us with a map of excess heat days over 80 degrees in 1970 and in 2025 in different counties in New York. And basically, we've gone from an average of 20 over 80 days a year to 30 in Dutchess County. Some counties were more extreme even than that. So it raises the issue of possibly air conditioning. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Cullen. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Sloshow.
Just moving forward, Ms. Kellen and Ms. Pedro, for the policy committee moving forward, and obviously our cell phone policy may have to change and be slightly amended, and just based on what you had just stated. could you make a note to discuss with the committee when that comes up? We have a policy in existence already that allows for cell phone use if special ed students in their IEP need this. Something else I believe, I thought about it and I think I read also somewhere, something that you should consider possibly if we have any students, specifically high school students, that might be caring for a parent or a sibling, that we might have some exemption if they can document to building administration that they are the caretaker for a parent or a grandparent or a sibling, that they may also have some type of access to their cell phone in case of, God forbid, any emergency. So just something for the committee to think about moving forward. Thank you.
Yeah, the state law provides for all of those exceptions and also for translating needs and for medical devices. So there is flexibility for individual students on a case-by-case basis.
Thank you. Does anybody, moving on to 5.01 consent agenda resolution, does anybody want to remove anything from the consent agenda? I see nothing.
Resolved that the Board of Education does hereby approve the following consent agenda items as stated: 5.02, 5.03, 5.04, 5.05, 5.06, 5.07, 5.08, 5.09, 5.10, 5.11, and 5.12.
Motion, trustee Cullen, second by Mr. Lumia. All in favor? Unanimous. Thank you. 6.01, approval of change order E.1-002, John J. Press Box and Sound System.
Resolved that the Board of Education approve change order E.1-002 for additional electrical services at the John Jay High School press box and new exterior sound system at a cost of $69,417.55, as per the memo dated April 29th, 2025, from the school district's architect to the Director of Facilities and Operations and recommended by the Superintendent of Schools.
Do I have a motion? Marie Johnson, second by trustee Sloshower. Any discussion? All in favor? So moved. Thank you. 7.01, board members may request additional agenda items, discussion items, or request for information. I see none. Moving along to 702, right? Motion to amend the agenda. I see none. 703, resolution to reject, confirm, modify. I'm sorry. Motion 702. Marie Johnson, second by Mr. Lumia. Any discussion? All in favor? Read the motion. Ed.
Just motion to amend the
702.
agenda.
Yep, I got it. I could add more stuff. Motion to amend the agenda to add a resolution about a student-related matter.
All in favor?
It's not in bold.
All right, so back to 7.03, to reject, confirm, modify, or appeal to the superintendent's short-term discipline. Motion?
I got to read it first. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby upholds the decision of the Superintendent of Schools dated 3/26/2025, which endorsed the suspension imposed by the principal dated 3/4/2025 regarding student number 051225. And be it further resolved that the board president is hereby authorized to sign the board determination letter on behalf of the Board of Education. And be it further resolved that the district clerk is hereby authorized to mail the board determination letter to the students' parents.
Motion, Marie Johnson, second by trustee Kellen. Any discussion? All in favor? Unanimous. Moving along to 8.01, comments from the public. Thank you. Oh my God. It's a busy night. Karen Finnegan.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, members of the board and fellow community members. My name is Karen Finnegan, and I'm a parent of 2 children in this district. I stand before you tonight with a heart full of gratitude and a deep sense of responsibility. Today, I'm participating in the National Teacher Thankathon, hosted by Defense of Democracy and education advocate, Mrs. Frazzled from TikTok. For years, I've been a vocal advocate for our public schools, and at times I know my passion may have been perceived as critical. But I want to assure you that it's always stemmed from a profound concern for the well-being and success of every child in our district. Specifically, I have been deeply troubled by the bullying and exclusion that too many young people have faced here in my community. Tonight, however, my primary message is one of immense gratitude. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to the dedicated teachers and staff in our district. Day in and day out, you create learning environments where our children can thrive because they are allowed to be curious and encouraged to think critically and to see themselves in works of literature and historical text. I especially want to acknowledge those educators who go above and beyond to support students who might not always fit the traditional mold. Our LGBTQ+ students, students from diverse cultural backgrounds, and students from various religious traditions. Your commitment to fostering an inclusive and welcoming atmosphere does not go unnoticed. You are shaping not just knowledgeable students, but compassionate and understanding future citizens. And we had the pleasure of meeting several of them tonight, which was really exciting. It's also important to this board to understand that I am not alone in my concerns or my appreciation. There is a significant and growing number of parents in this district who share a deep unease about the increasing pressures of book ban censorship and the rising tide of harassment and hate that seems to be seeping into our national discourse and at times our local community. We are worried about the impact that this has on our children's ability to learn, to feel safe, and to see themselves and their peers reflected and respected in their educational materials. I want to be unequivocally clear for every voice that seeks to divide, to censor, or to intimidate our educators. There are many, many more of us who are ready to stand up and defend our teachers and librarians. We value your expertise, your dedication, and your unwavering commitment to intellectual freedom and the well-being of all students. To all the incredible teachers and librarians who may be listening, please know that you are seen, you are valued, and you are not alone. This large and often quieter contingent of parents stands with you. We are ready to offer our support, to advocate on your behalf, and to ensure that our schools remain places of open inquiry, respect, and safety for everyone. We are here if and when you need us, and that includes all members of the board. Thank you for your time and for your service to our children. I wish you the very best for you and the students in the remaining weeks of the school year, just in time. Okay, there you go.
Thank you. Don Preston. I'm sorry if I incorrectly pronounced your last name.
I kind of used to it.
That's a tough one.
Hello, I'm Dr. Donald Prstula. I'd like to thank the board for giving me this opportunity to speak today. Although I'm here representing Indivisible 845, a local nonprofit group working to protect the rights of all Americans, I'm here today as part of the national campaign started by Defense of Democracy called Thank a Teacher. Our teachers are often unrecognized for their energy and passion, for nurturing the young minds, for facing challenges and working tirelessly. Their commitment deserves our unwavering support and our deepest respect. At my age, I can no longer recite the preamble of the Constitution. I forgot the use of functions and derivatives in mathematics. They've changed the periodic table since I took chemistry. And Shakespearean characters kind of get muddled about in my mind. But I do remember my teachers. I remember those that reached out at special moments, the ones that had a spark and enthusiasm for teaching, those whose life lessons went far beyond the curriculum and subject matter, and those that could make you laugh as they made learning fun. I believe that a strong public education system is not just beneficial, it is absolutely vital to the health and future of our democracy. It is crucial for us to stand in solidarity with our teachers. They are on the front lines of shaping the next generation, equipping them with the knowledge, skills, and critical thinking abilities necessary to be engaged and informed citizens of our democracy. We may be facing difficult times for public education, but teachers have met the challenges so many times. I applaud the resourcefulness of our teachers during the COVID pandemic. Their world turned upside down, but they weathered the storm with creativity and ingenuity. The sacrifices made by our educators may not always be visible, but they should be recognized. Teachers, librarians, and support staff dedicate their time, energy, and passion to nurturing young minds, often facing challenges and working tirelessly with limited resources. Their commitment deserves our unwavering support and our deepest respect. I urge the school board and everyone present today to recognize the invaluable contributions of our educators and to stand with them during these days when there is an unprecedented attack on our public education system. Let us work together to ensure that our public schools remain strong, vibrant, and a source of pride for our entire community. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Craig Russo.
Good evening, I'm good superintendent and group members. I want to thank you for allowing me to be this evening. My name is Greg Udall, the Karen Bacon, and he is going to be my statement.
Thank you, Craig. Good evening, school superintendent and school board members. Thank you for allowing me to speak this evening. My name is Karen Finnegan, and I am reading the remainder of Craig's statement. As mentioned, my name is Craig, and I was a student in this district. I am here to thank the teachers for all that they do during the school year. As a former student of this district, I wanted to take a moment to express my deep gratitude to the teachers for all that you have done for them during their time in school. Though it's been a while since I have sat in your classrooms, the lessons you have taught continue to shape children's lives in ways I never could have imagined. You have not only taught them academics, but have also taught them life lessons that they carry with them every day about hard work, perseverance, kindness, and the value of asking questions. You have challenged them to think critically, pushed them to be their best, and encouraged them when they doubted themselves. The support the teachers gave them didn't stop at the classroom door. It has stayed in everything they do. I am so thankful to you teachers for your unwavering commitment to your students. The impact you have goes beyond what is seen in grades or accomplishments. It's the confidence, the perspective, and the inspiration you instill that lasts a lifetime. Thank you for being more than just teachers. You've made a lasting difference in my life, and I am forever grateful. It is imperative that we, as a community and as a school board, provide our teachers with the respect, resources, and support they need to thrive. They deserve an environment where they feel valued, appreciated, and safe to focus on the vital work they do. When our teachers are supported, the students are the ultimate beneficiaries.
Thank you. Thank you both. Stephanic Bliss.
My name is Stephanie Bliss, and I'm here because I'm desperately begging for the Wappinger School District to show that they care about the well-being and future of my son. Last Monday, it was my son's Chromebook that started to smoke at Ketchum. About a week before this happened, one of his friends sent him a TikTok video. If you stuck graphite into the charging port, the graphite would get hot. For some reason, this fascinated my son and many others, and he tried it several times. He did not believe that this would harm his computer or be dangerous. The videos did not show that happening. He distinctly remembers.
Excuse me. So we don't want to mention names
I'm not mentioning his
or
name.
schools or specifics.
Okay, I'll leave out. I wanted to tell the story of what happened so that the public could hear the truth.
Yes, so the whole issue, it could come before the board as a disciplinary action later down the road. So I don't believe that we can go forth with this.
Okay, then I'd like to read a quote that was sent to me from another parent.
Go ahead.
It's not.
Yeah.
Can I read this quote? As this has been a national trend, I would love to see our district be viewed as the one that uses this experience to demonstrate its willingness to teach, to demonstrate compassion and understanding of the young minds of children, to provide this child with the opportunity to make things right, but also the support and guidance to turn this experience into a learning opportunity for all students, rather than using him as an example and providing severe punishment that has lasting damage to his mental health and growth. He is experiencing the worst of humanity right now on social media and could use some people in his corner. I hope that it can be this school district.
I'm sorry. We have to
Our
cut
kids
you
are
off.
watching and will learn from the
Hello?
example that you have
Hello?
the opportunity to set.
Thank you. I do remember that. Nicholas Perino.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Nick Perino, and I've taught in this district for 20 years. Tonight, I'm a dad. I'm not going to read the specifics of my statement because I know that I'm not going to be allowed to do so. But what I do want to do is just express how strongly I feel that TikTok is victimizing our children. They're on the leading edge of a series of hoaxes, and I don't think we have our footing about it. Moving forward, let me just suggest some
Could you speak up a little bit so we can all hear? Thank you.
I want to suggest some constructive steps we can take moving forward to deal with this that don't have anything to do with discipline. Number one, perhaps the students and the staff here can create warning stickers for the laptops. It can be a contest. You can have students compete for the design of maybe 5 different sticker types. And at the beginning of the school year, the kids can stick them on the laptop covers, warning them of the dangers of these things, because they definitely need more warnings and more education. I also think that I was surprised to find, maybe not so surprised, that the district did not know about the TikTok trend until a major incident broke out last Monday. So maybe we can have a group of students in each school that acts like a crowdsourced alert system. As soon as they see a trend, they notify you guys immediately with a hotline, a text message, or an email. I also think that another thing we can do is that the Chromebook user agreement, I might be mistaken, but I don't think it has any language in there about foreign objects in the charging port. Maybe add that into the computer user agreement for Chromebooks. And finally, my last suggestion is that maybe students can help produce educational videos, the kind that I have to watch at the beginning of my school year. We do a sexual harassment and a bloodborne pathogens video. Maybe the students can do Chromebook safety videos, because we need something constructive, and we have to have a plan moving forward. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Moving to 9.01, motion to adjourn.
Resolved that the Board of Education does hereby adjourn the May 12, 2025 Board of Education meeting. The time is now 8:58 p.m.
Motion, Marie Johnson, second by Virgil Caballero. All in favor? Aye.